Scarlett?
He's rich. When Daddy's bank, we didn't come out of it quite as unscathed as people like to think. Tarek's father helped out financially. There was an understanding, quid pro quo. There, now you can hate me.
No, don't do it.
I don't have a choice.
You do have a choice.
Don't get tangled up with us, James.
Us?
Me and the rest of my damned family. I mean it. Turn your back and run for your own sake.
Into my heart an air that kills. From yon far country blows. What are those blue remembered hills? What spires, what farms are those? It's the land of lost content. I see it shining plain. The happy highways where I went cannot come again.
What's all this?
Stuff recovered from Dr. Black's house. His notebooks, charts.
What do you want me to do with it?
Well, there's no doubt he was interested in Crèvecoeur and the history of the Mortmains in particular. I can't make head nor tail of it, but...
You thought I might?
Hoped, actually. From what I've been able to sort out, this seems to be some sort of cryptogram. Is that what it's called?
I said you were smart. It's a code employed by John Thurlow's men.
Didn't you mention something about him in relation to your doctorate?
I did, yes.
Who was he, John Thurlow?
Spymaster for Oliver Cromwell.
Can you crack it?
What's it worth?
My undying gratitude.
Does that include dinner?
Morning, sir.
Morning.
It could be Mum's. I don't know. Sorry.
Is there anything at home that might have a sample of her writing on it? Maybe a birthday card or a diary?
After she left us, Dad boxed everything up. Got rid of it. Would I have to stay here much longer?
You unhappy here?
I just want to go home. To my own room.
Look, it might not be possible for you to get back to the farm just now.
I'll be taken into care. I just wanted to go home, but if I can't do that...
Listen, I can't imagine half of what you're going through, but if there's anything that you want to talk to me about...
Lady Mortmain thought you might care for some refreshments.
It'd be grateful if you'd see to it that we're not disturbed further.
Of course, sir. Ready?
Did my dad kill someone? I'm not stupid. I know I'm only young, but that doesn't mean I don't know what's going on, did he?
We don't know.
Hello?
Morning.
Hi, James. May I introduce Scarlett's fiancé, Tarek Shimali, and his parents, Soraya and Diab. James Hathaway.
How do you do?
How are you?
Well, James is with the police. That business I was telling you about.
Yes, the man who killed himself.
Yes. Well, come along now, James. We mustn't keep you from your duties. Dear boy, I'm so sorry, but, well, time and a place for everything, isn't there? We wouldn't want to cast a cloud on Scarlett's happy day, would we? No, of course not. Knew you'd understand. Good man.
Seek thou that which was lost between November and December, between the horseman and the sting. What the hell does that mean?
Well, according to his notebook, Dr. Black discovered the original of that in a cache of Mortmain papers, dating back to the 17th century.
I'm not sure I'm following you.
That which was lost. Francis Woodville was talking about this king's ransom.
Oh, come on, you're not serious. That's just a story they tell to tourists to keep them coming back.
Stephen Black didn't think so. He seems to reckon that the Mortmains were leaving signposts, clues as to its location.
What sort of clues?
A trail of breadcrumbs leading to X marks the spot.
What, you think you found it?
I think he died for it.
Now, this is a painting Stephen Black wanted to see, Inspector, though for the life of me I can't see why.
Sergeant Hathaway tells me that certain details of the picture have been added at a later date. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. There's the folly, of course, and I picked up one or two more. There's the hayrick on the far left and the bare oak you can see just past Richard's shoulder there.
It's a visual joke, sir, the hayrick and the bare tree somewhere meant to at the same time.
Just so.
Hilarious. Does this look right to you? The sundial there? When you've got the candle over here on the left, so you'd expect any shadow to fall to the right, wouldn't you?
Lisa, Mac.
Thought they were done.
Would appear not.
The shadow in the painting fell between the 11 and the 12.
Seat now which was lost between November and December, the 11th.
And 12th month of the year. So, what's the next bit?
Between the Horseman and the Sting.
The hell are these?
Astrological symbols. The space between each crenellation depicts one of the 12 zodiacal constellations. There you see Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and so on. It's a commanding view.
Is that all right?
It's not Horseman.
What?
Between the Horseman and the Sting, it's not Horseman, it's Horseman. Centaur, Sagittarius, and I'm guessing that Sting is Scorpio.
So if the riddle holds true, what we're looking for lies out there?
You won't find anything.
Maybe.
There's no maybe about it, sir. You won't find anything because there's nothing to be found. Trust me, I know this place. Not this, not the Folly, not the Sundial. None of it was here when the cryptogram was written.
So what was here?
Well, until 2000, when I believe they got a Millennium Grant for that, a rather ugly fountain. That's the point. Everything's changed.
Well, that's not what Dr. Black believed.
He was wrong. A treasure hunt ending at the Temple of Juno. It's funny.
Funny?
Juno and her sacred geese, she've been had you on a wild goose chase. What have you got against Graham killing Black for running off with his wife?
What have you got against this being something to do with the Mortmains?
Sergeant Hathaway. Hello again.
Inspector Lewis is his lady, Scarlett Mortmain, and her fiancé, Tarek Shimali.
We're having the pleasure of your company after all, Scarlett tells me. Until this evening, Inspector.
I'm invited to the engagement party as Scarlett's guest.
Conversational Mandarin. There's something you want to tell me? We're in the middle of a murder investigation and you've got yourself what? Involved with one of the suspects?
I thought the investigation was done.
Yeah, well, it's not. So now what? God, are you out of your mind? If anybody else gets wind of this, you could find yourself on a disciplinary charge.
No one else is going to.
Oh, really? You sure about that? Hooper's already putting it around the neck that you're cozying up to the nobility. I'm sure it would break his heart to lay it before the superintendent, and you'd be busted down to constable, maybe even dismissed.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I want to wake up in 20 years' time old and with nothing more to show than a life spent picking through other people's misery.
Okay, well, I'll make it easy for you. You're on leave, as of now.
Leave?
Yeah, you're due, aren't you?
What about the investigation?
No longer your concern.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't realise there was anyone here. I just came across to get the place tidied up. His lordship's going to take Brownie through her pieces.
Is this it?
That's right, sir. That's Brownie and her mother, Mrs. Graham.
Do you play?
Oh, good heavens, no, sir. His lordship did encourage me to it for a while, but I wasn't a very good pupil, I'm afraid. Chopsticks is about all I can manage these days. You've got to have a flair, sir, haven't you?
And Bryony has a flair, does she?